People often write to ask me which dividend stocks they should buy for their portfolios. In my last video, I talked about the importance of looking for dividend growth. Today, I'm going to show you another simple way to identify promising dividend companies. How? Well, by spying on some of Canada's top mutual funds. Let's start with the Manulife Dividend Income Fund, which was one of Canada's best performing dividend funds over the past 3 years. Here we are on the fund's website, which I found with a quick Google search. Mutual funds are required to disclose their top holdings, but you sometimes have to hunt around a bit on their websites to find this information. If we go down a bit lower, we see Fund Profile. So we'll click on that, and we get a list of the fund's top 10 holdings as of December 31st, 2015. As you can see, we've got companies such as Brookfield Property Partners, Enbridge, Brookfield Asset Management, and some other familiar names like Canadian National Railway, Loblaw, and a couple of chartered banks. Now let's check out another top performing fund, the Mauer Canadian Equity Fund. Mauer Canadian Equity isn't a dividend fund specifically, but it does hold a lot of dividend stocks. You'll notice some of the same names popping up again. There's Brookfield Asset Management, Canadian National Railway, Royal Bank, Loblaw, Scotiabank. It's also got Rogers and some less well-known names, including the label maker CCL Industries, which just happens to be one of the fund's biggest holdings as of December 31st. Now we'll look at one more fund, the BMO Dividend Fund. Here we have the banks again, Canadian National Railway, Brookfield Asset Management, Enbridge. Obviously, these are stocks that a lot of fund managers like. Now, because BMO Dividend's mandate isn't restricted to Canada, it also has a bunch of US dividend payers, including Starbucks, Microsoft, JP Morgan Chase, and Wells Fargo. That's just 3 mutual funds. I suggest you look at a dozen or more funds to get a good sense of what sorts of stocks fund managers own. Now, I'm not suggesting that you blindly buy these companies. The point of this exercise is that it's a quick way to build a list of promising candidates for your own portfolio. So treat it as a starting point for further research. If you stick with companies that some of Canada's top fund managers own, you'll impose some discipline on your own choices, and you'll also minimize the chances of straying into speculative stocks that don't work out as you had hoped.